Jared, we just got done talking to Coach Smart. He mentioned your numbers, some of your metrics, your athletic metrics. He said some of your numbers are faster than even some of the defensive backs. Talk about your athleticism and just talk about what it provides you as a center specifically.
Yeah. I don't really talk about this a lot, but I played soccer growing up most of my childhood, so I really feel like the athleticism came from that. But bringing it over to the center position, I feel like it's really unique. Watching film, you see really athletic guys, but I kind of watch myself and it's like it's a tad bit faster. So just bringing athleticism to especially this O-line with the big two big guys I got on each side of me. So it's just another, I guess, extra puzzle to the piece, if you will.
Yeah, Jared, just how has Cedric helped you in that transition to center, be it watching him or, tips and pointers that he's given you?
Ced, I guess his leadership, like everybody knows about his leadership, is world renowned. So, I mean, Ced, it's just, I can't even put into words how great of a leader he is. And, I wouldn't even have to, go ask him a question. He would lead so much that he would say things that just would answer other people's questions that, maybe a young guy who's not. Who's kind of scared to maybe raise his voice and ask a question, maybe he would answer your question just by leading the whole group. So it was probably one of the easiest transitions I've ever had, just because I've had a great leader in him.
Jared, when you look to the spring, what are the areas that you're focused on improving on? What are sort of the things you're looking at you want to get better at by the end of spring?
I'd definitely say two things. One thing for sure is leadership. I would say that I'm a guy that try and leads by example, but I know that at the center position, the vocal part of it really needs to come about. And what was the second part of the question?
Just any of the factors that you're.
Oh, and also finishing at the second level. I feel like handling the first level, getting the calls right. I feel like I'm pretty good at that, pass protection, but I feel like getting on the linebacker and finishing and running through them, running through my feet. So that's good.
Has Coach ever had to tell you to slow down, work the first level before you get to the second level?
Yes. I remember when I first started going to center, I would always just try and get to the linebacker. You just always say work first level first to second level. So yeah, it was definitely a challenge there.
Kirby talked about you bringing your own spin on leadership to this offensive line, being in the middle. Just what do you think your own spin on leadership is?
Not really a loud voice, but pull to the side and kind of talk to. I mean, I'll talk loud enough, but I like to just pull a guy off to the side and kind of teach him a different way of learning something, or just hearing a different perspective on things. Because coach will tell you something, but if you only view it in the coach's perspective, then it'll kind of keep you in a box. But if you hear a different player's perspective on things, then it'll make you think outside the box. Yeah.
You touched on the big guys next to you. Obviously, having an experienced guy like Ravitch has to make you feel comfortable, but also have a bunch of other guys playing at the left. I mean, how nice is it to have someone as experienced on your right side, and then obviously someone else with plenty of starts, and Dylan Fairchild on your left?
Yeah, I feel like it's really nice with having experienced guys beside me, but I don't really think it'll happen or go good unless we're not connected and know each other off the field and know our whys and know who we are outside of football. Like the left guard, Dylan Fairchild, that's my roommate. I live with him. Ernest, I'm always with him. Tate is just Tate. You can't really, I don't know. Tate's just Tate, and trust is trust. So I would say we were one of the most connected groups in the team. Everybody's connected, but I feel like everybody can say this. There's something about the O-line and the connection in that room that's really special.
Dave Ravitch had nice things to say about you. You said you were really good with your mic calls. Do you have something nice you say about Tate?
I love Tate. Tate's a very outgoing guy. He'll say anything and everything, which I love about him, but I love Tate overall as a person.
Jared, what does this theme "Assume Nothing" mean to you? I know you guys are doing that as part of your school sessions this year. How are you taking that to, as you look at this year?
Especially, I would say at the center position, you can't assume something is going to happen, because I feel like everything happens within a split second. So if you assume something's going to happen, then the complete opposite will end up happening. I feel like if you just go in with an open mindset, expect the bad, expect the good, try and feel everything that you can, and just be expected for anything that can happen.
Yeah, Kirby's talked about, you know, freshmen coming in and needing to lose weight and them successfully doing that. That transition from when you're a high schooler coming into college, how difficult is reshaping your body, whether you're trying to gain weight or, in often case, loses weight?
Yes, I feel like it's very difficult, but I mean, it's also what you want what you want to shape your body into. But I feel like it's even easier with the people around this building. Our nutrition staff, strength staff, coaching staff, like everybody's great. It'll just make that hard transition a little bit easier when, you know, transforming your body, because it'll be hard. You'll do a lot of extra running, extra lifts. You might eat things that you don't want to eat, but in the end, when you see the progress and it's happening, it's really nice.
Yeah, you mentioned wanting to pull guys to the side, correct them, things like that. One, is that hard when you're trying to pull a guy aside like Tate or Tress, who has just played a lot more than you have? Two, how do you try to overcome that as a guy, as a center who's the leader of the offensive line now?
I don't really think it's a hard thing. I've always said this. I think it's always been in me, instilled in me, but it just hasn't been brought out. I have 3 little brothers at home. We're all 2 years apart, so I've always had a voice, you know, in the house. So I feel like it's always been instilled in me. Just haven't had a chance to bring it out yet.
Jared, you talked about that connection with your teammates and knowing each other's why. What is your why?
My mother. She had me when she was 17. She's been working ever since she was 17. Like, that woman that's my backbone. I do everything for her. And also, of course, my little brothers. Knuckleheads.
Jared, obviously you've gotten to snap to Carson plenty of times in the past, but what about this training camp so far has been different? Has there been a certain, you know, excitement around the fact that you're going to be snapping to him all season now, or has anything been different between you two?
Nothing's been different. Everything's been cool, calm, and normal. My mindset is really make the my point, snap the ball, play hard. I'm not really worried about. I know the guys, me, the guys beside me, we're gonna do our jobs. If we do our jobs, he's definitely gonna do his job. So I'm not really worried about it. Everything's good back there.
Kirby said you could outrun some defensive backs, maybe some tight ends. Can we get some names?
Nah, you just have to wait and see.
Jared Tate was talking the other day about the Joe Moore Award, you know, kind of how the team is, I won't say this, however you want to put it, hasn't won the last couple of years, but Ad came out and said that is a goal for the group this year. Kind of explain kind of what he thought about it. Why is it such a big deal to you guys?
I mean, it's always a goal to be the best at, you know, what you're doing at your position or your group position. But I mean, if we take care of everything in house, then I feel like everything else will take care of itself as it's supposed to. So, yeah.
Yeah, Jared, there's a couple of guys in y'all's room that are having to learn how to play center this spring and this offseason. As a transition you had to make in high school, I don't know if you had any background, but you played tackle, come in here or into college and start learning how to play center. What's the most difficult thing about learning how to snap, and have you given any tips to some of those other guys?
Just positioning the ball the right way while snapping the ball. Because I feel like some people point the ball up on the nose and that'll give you a chance to roll it on the grass, which I've done plenty of times. So maybe just flatten out the ball and I've like the guy that's transitioning to center now from high school, I just tell him all the time, worry about the snap. Just snap the ball. Just snap the ball. At the center position, like, you're mainly helping everybody. Like, the guards, they're taking on the initial strike. But, like, you just worry about the snap first and then everything else. Yeah.
What are some of your early impressions on the offensive linemen that have joined y'all so far?
Big, athletic, and they all can move. And they all care about their body in this place, and I can tell because all of them have lost tremendous amount of weight. They're running well. They're learning fast. They're a really impressive group.
Got time for one more question?
Can you tell us about when you got here, did you ever have like a welcome to Georgia moment, and who are maybe some of the tougher guys to block on this current defense?
I had, like, the first year I came, I had many of those moments because that D line that was here at the time was Trayvon Walker, Jordan Davis, Devontae Wyatt, Jalen Carter, if I didn't mention him, Nolan. It was every single rep you were liable to get your butt kicked, really. I remember one time JD bull rushed me, and I heard the whistle. He kept going, though. But, yeah, that's pretty much – I've had many of those moments. I can't even put into words how many of those moments I've had. So.
Current guys?
Current guys, all of them. Warren Brinson, Damon Wilson, everybody. Jordan Hall, they're all just so athletic, fast, and it's just like, and it tests my quickness. Yeah, y'all hear about my quickness, but they are very quick too. So it, tests me, and it's really fun.
Thank you, Jerry.
Thanks, Jared.
Thank you.